This is the final trade setup that I'm going to go over in the Strike trading system. We have a handful of setups that we use, and we stick with those, and we use them over and over and over again. And when we have this toolbox with our trading tools and our trading setups and our money management and our trading discipline and the trading room and all of the things that we have, you really don't need much more. So we don't make it too complicated. We're trying to make it easy. But this particular setup is about momentum trades. It's the G2 R2 continuation momentum setup. So before you ever get to the G3 or the R3, you must have a G2 and an R2. And so what that means is that many times when you start to turn, let's say, light orange as an R2, that means that it's just starting the momentum to get up into a R3 move. And so there's quite a few pips involved in that momentum. So if we take a look at this idea here for the trade, is that you're trading with the momentum of the price that's already going. And instead of going in the opposite direction, you go in the direction of the momentum. Whereas the G3 and R3, you're exiting at the peak and you're expecting a reversal. But instead of a reversal, we're going to go with the direction of the momentum. And so the basic setup is you enter on a G2 and an R2, and then you exit on a G3 and R3. So let's go ahead and take a look at some examples here. So right here you've got the USD Swiss on a 15-minute chart. And you can see just by looking at the time zone or the trends, they're all uptrends. This is not historical. This is the current price. So I don't know what the trend would have been right here. Might have been flat or even down. But one of the things that I do notice is that we have an R2 setup right here. And you can see that the price is right about here. I'm just estimating. So the price is about 99. Okay? And we're at an R2 setup. Well, it continues right here for about 15 pips, and then you get a retracement. So right there would have been a decent trade, and you could have exited here on this R3. Let me actually change the color of my pen because that's the same color as the setup. So you got R2 right here. Okay, then it enters in about here. You move quite a bit up to the top where you get an R3 and you get a little bit of a reversal. Actually, that's not an R3. It's just an R, a dark red. Now, one of the things you could do on this potential trade is enter. This is the way we've designed it. Enter on an R2 and exit on an R3. And you can see that here's the entry. Let me just clear this out again. So this would be the entry right there, and let's go up to this point, and the exit where they hit the R3 was somewhere in here, and it was R3 up in here, and we were taking these short. So potentially, here's how this could potentially work, and this is just how crazy these tools are. This could potentially be a long here, and as a matter of fact, I've done this quite a bit, so I know how this works. You go long, you take a total of looks to be about 50 pips. You take plus 50 pips here, and then you start shorting on the R3 setup, and you get out, which if those of you who were in the room remember this specific setup, we took 4 or 5 positions here and we exited for quite a few pips, all on shorting these trades. So let's go ahead and take a look at the other example in this chart. So again, we've got R2, which is, let's move it up. R2's right about here. And where's it go? It goes up to R3, and we get R3 right in here. So again, you've got your entry around the 99.70 level, and your exit is about 99, or actually 120. So again, that's about a 60 pip move. No, that's about a 50 pip move. Okay, another 50 pips. So, and again, then you can exit. And when you get to R3, exit the trade and start shorting here. So you get so this is a potential of going long with a trend, take that position, and then short against the trend. Kind of the best of both worlds. It's really cool that you can do that. And always, this is not going to work every time, but it will work a good majority of the time. So let's go ahead and take a look at another example. Again, this is the pound yen, and so I'll just highlight these here. You can see we've got the R2, and this one actually never did get to a G3, but there was a 15-minute exhaustion here. So the entry would have been right around here, which is 157.20. Takes off, goes down, we get a G3, not a G3, but a dark green. We get a reversal around 156.50. So this is a plus 70 pips, and as we know, the pound yen moves a little bit more. So how could you actually lay this trade out? You don't even have to necessarily put a target on it. You could put a target on it. You could find a support level or a resistance level, or you could just wait and exit when you're overextended. So here's the next example. This is a euro yen, and I zoomed up a little bit, but here's the G2, which is right up in here. That's about 123.90, and it continues to go till this point, which is about 123.40. So again, that's about 50 pips before you get to your G3 setup. And again, here's another situation in the downtrend. It pulls back up into here, and see, this is where the momentum plays, where it's not necessarily a reversal. You got your reversal into the moving averages, which we know that is a lot of times we'll try to short and catch a move there if we're trend trading, but this doesn't really do that. This instead catches the momentum. So once we hit the R2, which is about right here, you've already got your momentum. It's just a little bit of waiting for confirmation in this place, but you'd hit your entry here, and this is where your R3 takes place, and you have your exit. And this would have been, looks like the entry was just above 50 and the exit was around 123. So again, plus 50 pips. So that's just another setup that you could take a look at when you're in using the strike tools. We've given you quite a few different options on how to trade the G2, the G3, the trend continuation setup, the break and go, the long-term swing trades. So there's a lot of different ways that you can do this, and I want to encourage you to experiment and find something that works for you. But these tools really do work, and when you take this training and you use it, it can help you a lot. And especially if you're in the trading room and you're asking questions and you're seeing us trade and everybody's trading together making money, that's where this really gets fun. So don't forget to take the quiz below, and then you'll advance to the next section, which is talking about money management, and trading plans are coming up. So looking forward to starting to get our education to a complete, so that we're going to be able to bring the whole package together. All right, well, thanks a lot, and hopefully you're really getting a lot out of this series so far. If you have any questions, send an email to info@winnersedgetrading.com. Thank you.